Hi there, it's Bartholomew Perez. I'm up to something. I'm an engineer, realtor in California and Florida, author and investor. Today's topic, reflections of an author in 2022. What was I able to accomplish? Well, an ebook publishing, softcover, hardcover, and soon to be audiobook publishing. So that is a journey I would not trade for anything else in the world. In fact, I'm preparing for it all over again. So book 2 coming out sometime soon. The positives, the things that I really enjoyed. One, creative process. I thrive in uncertainty. Yes, I'm an engineer and I not love. I like requirements. I like having boundaries, but I like not knowing even more. And so that's what made this that much more fun. What I also enjoyed, identifying my voice. Learning a little bit more about me from the creative process. Why? Because I know there's different layers to the self, to myself. When it comes to Bartholomew Perez, I can think of so many things that I'm interested in, so many things that I love and enjoy doing, and I lose track of time doing them. And so identifying and being focused, what is it that I'm trying to say? What is the closing remark that I would like the reader to take away if they manage to get to the end of the book? And I think all that came down to was believing in yourself, fighting your imposter syndrome, because it's real, it's a thing. We have defeating thoughts, we have conversations with ourselves that we convince ourselves we're not good enough. And bro, you're good. And then finally, identifying my audience, because although I want to speak to the world, you can't. I can't do that. It's better if I just remain focused, understand my audience. It's like sales 101. It's just Toastmasters 101. Who are you talking to? That makes your message that much more clear. When identifying my audience, I knew, hey, there's so many layers to me. Let's narrow that down. What are the big things that I'd identify with? Being first generation, being a STEM professional, being a real estate professional, being an author, and then now just being somebody that's trying to overcome adversity. Trying to set a benchmark for themselves because, hey, they grew up a certain way, and the struggle, yes, it can be traumatic, but does not have to be defining. So being the masters of our destiny and doing what we can in our control to be able to achieve, well, what we see for ourselves. And that was it. And finally, what was I like not okay with? And not having a perfect product, I tell myself that I'm a B plus student collectively, holistically, and that is true. This is one of those areas that there had to be a point where I had to walk away, and this is as good as I know I can get it with the time that I have. Walking away and delivering a product that I can be proud of, but at the same time, I can't be perfect. I'm okay with that. The other thing is, I had so much content that I wanted to talk about, and so now I create volumes upon volumes of what happened, and so narrowing it down. Then finally, because I opened up Can of Worms, it's a memoir, so I dig back into memories that I hadn't thought about in a long time. Although I thought they were positives because I had my parents involved, so I had to interview them so that I could understand my thoughts a little bit better. And certain things might have seemed a certain way to me because they're my experiences, and to them, it was just another day in the life. I get it. And so it was enjoyable for me, not so much for them, because in our household, we just don't talk about feelings. It's something that I have to learn on my own and be able to, be the role model of what you're trying to convey. And so that was me teaching them. Before that, hugs were not a thing. Never did I receive, hugs, but every time I see my parents, hugs are a thing. So that is nice, being able to, show affection to my parents. And the growth out of it all, to any future authors that are thinking about it, put the pen to the page. Just get started. It is such a simple thought, but I know it could be the most difficult thing. And if there's something that I can leave you with is, hey, you have a message to convey. You have a message to convey. Think about what that is. Make sure that if you're in a room, you're retiring, or deathbed, that's the one I use, it's more effective. But whatever situation, put yourself in those shoes. What is the message you want to leave people with? Are you going to be proud with what you've accomplished to that point? Whatever that means. As an author, you have you have so much control over what you're sharing and saying, and you'd be surprised how much support you will receive. I'm not saying that I knew, but I knew. So everybody that has supported me, thank you. This will be a continuing process, and I look forward to what's to come. So, to be continued.